Peace. $1.50. 2G what it is. You already know. 2G equal 2,000. What it is being arrest. Sounds live. Peace. $1.50. Yo. So I'm going through some changes right now. You know what I'm saying? Where Instagram, I posted Instagram, you know what I mean, based on some challenges that presented themselves. You know, that's neither here nor there. I choose not to ramble on about, you know, something that's without saying anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to skip that. Let me plug the card. 5 of hearts. You know what I'm saying? I choose not to go on about that. It's neither here nor there. You know, it's like oranges are the color orange. Apples are apples. Lemons are lemons. Limes are limes. You know, once it gets that ridiculous, you know, you don't sit there rambling on about it. No, I am right. You know, it's without saying. So I'm going to get the gimbal. The gimbal is going to be, you know, for professional purposes. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get the lamb. You know what I mean? Don't think I'm not trying to get the Revolto Lamborghini. I'll go for the SVJ. Because that's what I was going for with the M50 Canon camera. That's what I was going for. So I'll go for that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'll push Porsche, I'll push Ferrari, I'll put, you know, any of the exotic brands because I was going for all that. You know what I'm saying? When I was going for all that, it was like, it got monotonous, it got repetitive, like everything I was doing was over and over again. Now it's like, you know what I mean? I can see nothing's going to get past a deck of cards. Nothing's going to get past the Nikon. The Nikon is equipped with Bluetooth and Wi-Fi in a way that the iPhone 11 backs it up so crazy that nothing can get past it. Not from oranges being oranges and apples being apples. A banana's a banana. It doesn't mean you eating something other than a banana. A grapefruit is a grapefruit. You know, once it gets like that, you know, you being redirected, somebody trying to steal your identity. You know, the list goes on. So you don't just not have the proper equipment and not approach the situation accordingly. I'm approaching the situation accordingly, and I'm approaching the situation with the appropriate equipment. When I got the Nikon D5600, I made sure everybody understood that D5600 was fire. Not just that it's the best camera in the market. It has a history of being the best camera. You know, it has a history of doing certain things. The iPhone 11 doesn't have quite the same background as the D5600, but it's known for, you know, a lot of the qualities that a D5600 would have. You know what I mean, as a camera. So the D5600 and the Nikon, the Nikon D5600 and the iPhone 11, they go well together. You know, based on accomplishing what I'm trying to accomplish. It's not that far-fetched to say, I'm going to be in a Lamborghini soon. You know, I'm just pushing it like that. Why wouldn't I be? Vaccine distribution, Paxlovid pill at Amazon. Right where people are dying and the influx of migrants are flooding the hospitals with new cases of COVID-19. Why wouldn't Paxlovid make more sense? Where Paxlovid pill is going to be at Amazon, hypothetically, and the early detection patients won't be in the hospitals, flooding in the hospitals if they just got here from another country. Why wouldn't that make more sense? Because if you had an influx of patients at the hospital and there was no fix, no easy fix, then nobody should say, those aren't oranges right there. Those aren't grapefruit. Those aren't apples. That's exactly what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? That the migrants are at the border to border control, to ICE. The migrants are really at the border. The migrants really haven't been vaccinated. The migrants are flooding the country Why doesn't that look like that to somebody else that's judging what I'm saying right now? I don't understand how that doesn't look like it looks. When I say Paxlovid pill at Amazon, it's based on Amazon being a platform that's a universal platform that could withstand the influx of newly detected patients, early detected patients, might I add. Not full-blown COVID. The Paxlovid pill is not for full-blown COVID, might I add. Paxlovid pill is for when you first detect COVID, and it eliminates COVID 5 days after taking the pill. That's Paxlovid. Paxlovid is a pill that you can take by mouth. It's not an injection. You need a doctor to get injected with something based on, just finding out you got a disease. You need a doctor. But if a doctor prescribes Paxlovid, or Paxlovid was available over the counter, or however it would transfer to the early detected patients, when COVID-19 first hit, COVID-19 didn't have any over-the-counter preferences. It was like first come, first serve. We don't know if this is going to be the vaccine. We just don't know at this point, because it was like blood clots and things like that going on, and it was just the early stages of being vaccinated. It wasn't really a etched in stone type of situation. It's a little more etched in stone now, because the trial and error process of people actually, being sick and getting vaccinated and things like that presented itself. But when you have a situation where the option for Paxlovid to be at Amazon, where people can have Prime membership and overnight, or not overnight, the same day, you get your order, and 5 days later after taking the pill, COVID-19 is eliminated. I don't understand how that doesn't appear to be what it is right now, with the influx of migrants at the border flooding the hospitals. I don't understand what part people are missing. So, not to ramble on, just kind of, okay, they're not taking me seriously. Okay, spring break is approaching. Okay, we're just not gonna ramble on at this point. We're just not gonna complain. We're not gonna ramble on. We're not gonna, go outside of reality at this point. Reality is what it is. So, I'm getting the gimbal. The Nikon D5600 is doing well. I don't see the huge, traffic, the huge storm of traffic, but I do see the difference in chemistry that I generate based on the presence of the Nikon D5600 and the iPhone 11. I do see that. When I take a deck of cards and use the Bluetooth Wi-Fi option and go hard on Twitter, you better believe, it's going to be real results. It's going to be real results. I'm seeking the Lamborghini, I say Lamborghini because I don't want to say Ferrari and Porsche and, every brand, based on, what I'm doing. I might have every brand the same way I'm saying, based on what I normally be saying. But since I'm doing vaccine distribution, or approaching vaccine distribution, where Moderna, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, and Novavax, as well within reason of being a platform where I created a chemistry of the 4 seasons, day and night, 24 hours in a day, 365 days in a year, I created a chemistry. Now, based on that chemistry manifesting itself is in one place, based on it being acknowledged is in another. They won't acknowledge what I'm saying. They saying I'm saying what's not real to some extent. Let's continue. The hip hop headquarters is well within reason of being established. There's no sick pay. There's no retirement. No hip-hop retirement. There's no hip-hop bathrooms. There's no hip-hop police. There's no hip-hop transportation. There's no hip-hop bail. There's no hip-hop training. For that to be so impossible of an observation as I speak, why is it so much resistance? Why is there so much lack of acknowledgement? It should be like, I understand, your intent. Let's get on with this hip hop headquarters you speak of. We need artists with training. We need artists with sick pay so they won't get sick and can possibly contaminate the fans. We need that. Why wouldn't we have that? What's the big deal if you had a headquarters where you got billionaires, you got millionaires in hip hop? What's the difference? I don't understand that. So the lack of acknowledgement, the lack of recognition, it goes where it goes. But when you hear me speaking right now, it goes where it goes also. You know the difference between having sick pay. You got to pay taxes. How you got to pay taxes and you don't have sick pay? How you got to pay taxes and you don't have retirement? How you got to pay taxes and you don't have a bathroom? How you got to pay taxes and you haven't even been trained to practice, safe hip hop? You haven't been trained for anything. You just got out of school, dropped out, got out of school, graduated, and made an album. How is it that hip hop doesn't have a headquarters? McDonald's has a headquarters. Burger King has a headquarters. Wendy's has a headquarters. How does hip hop have billionaires? How does hip hop have billionaires? How does hip hop have millionaires? No headquarters? No foundation to say, you going to the union because you was pulled over in a traffic stop and they took your jewelry and profiled you to be a drug dealer? You don't have no representation in hip hop. How is that? Let me pluck a card. Before somebody challenges me to some type of duel, to no end. 10 of hearts. Peace. $1.50.